Playoff fever in the air. It's the first of 4 this weekend. And off we go in the divisional round. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Buffalo offense set to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
Winning in the wild card round, certainly an accomplishment that this team should be proud of. But Mike, if he wants to take his team to the championship round next week, he's going to have to lead by example and play a mistake-free game against a team known for capitalizing on their opponent's mistakes. Yes, you have to be aggressive. You have to be willing to take some risks. But those risks have to be calculated, because if you get reckless against this group, you're going to be flying home. You're going to get ready for the offseason.
He'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. Back to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. 2nd and 7. Now, faking the give. Now he'll swing it out to his fullback. He'll try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They're led by the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2023. From Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
You have to figure, Mike, this is a confident quarterback coming into this one. He played such a large role, not only helping them win the division, but then he followed it up last week with a big wild card victory. Now, 1 week away from a championship game in front of their home crowd, everything is falling into place. But if they want to play next week, they're going to need another big game from their leader.
The defense not biting. They stay at home, stop the quarterback. No gain on the play. 3rd down, 3 to go.
It's 3rd down and 4.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry.
Number 5, the ball carrier. He's brought down by Ratu. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. This brought in out past the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. That one intercepted. And the Browns will have great field position right around midfield.
I think you chalk this one up, Mike, to just a rookie mistake. And anytime you have a young signal caller behind center, you're going to have to deal with some of these ups and downs. Every once in a while, they're just not going to see the coverage. They're going to get baited into making a bad throw. That's kind of par for the course. The key is, how fast can these rookie quarterbacks turn the page, move on, and not make the same mistake again?
The Browns offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4.
At the Bills' 45-yard line.
They'll send a tight end in motion. Stroud going to tuck this one on the zone read. And maybe the quarterback should have given that one away. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Here's a third down and 4.
It's now third and 4.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He's got his man, right side, it's complete. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
41-yard line.
Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. Now he'll air one out. That'll be batted away, incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down. Handoff here, up the middle. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. Here's third and 7.
It's third and 7.
Slot man in motion right. From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. Got his man at the 6. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
The extra point is good. And the Browns are out to a 7-0 lead here in this divisional playoff matchup. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Bills offense ready to get back at it. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. This drive will start on the ground. And he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Second down and 3. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard. Here's a third down and 4. Now they'll set up to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. He's going to have that first down. Gain of 6 as they convert on third down. Now a give up the middle. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
He'll go left side here and complete this one. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
Every staff in the league that understands if we have to play a rookie quarterback, regardless of their talent, regardless of how high they were drafted, the ideal situation is to fill that huddle with as many veteran players as possible. The quarterback's going to be young. He's going to make some mistakes. The more veteran, talented guys around him.
And he's in! Touchdown, Bills!
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
The extra point, up and good. And the Bills will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. Here comes a return from the 5. Oh, he's got room past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Stroud. Quick throw here is complete. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the 1st down. 3rd and a yard. Going to try to pick up the 1st down with his own read. And he's not going to get the 1st down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
A 4-yard loss. It's 4th down.
1 quarter in the books in this AFC Divisional playoff. All even on the scoreboard. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Here's their punter now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. So now here comes the Buffalo offense heading back out onto the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Up the sideline at the 35. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
1st and 10. They motion the slot man left. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. A throw there on 2nd down, going to be incomplete.
I think you just rush that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot. You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
The Browns offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Stroud. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. On comes the punter now. as he is on to punt for Cleveland. This fielded inside the 35. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. Here's a designed run. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. Quick throw, taken in. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Throwing now from the gun. That is caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Buffalo.
You know, Mike, at this level, not all touchdowns are created equal. There's some plays that result in touchdowns, and then there are touchdown strikes. And this one is the latter. I mean, you talk about a confidently thrown ball on the money downfield. It doesn't get a lot better than this, and his receiver is able to take it in for 6.
They'll line it up to kick the extra point. His kick is good, and the Bills will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Browns offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Now Stroud. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
On 2nd down, Stroud. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Throwing is Stroud. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Stroud to throw here on 1st down. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Back to throw. Stroud. A throw on the move is caught. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Here it is on 4th down. And he's going to have a Browns first down. They managed to convert. That'll keep the drive alive.
Up until that run, this first half, it's kind of been tough sledding here for this run game. They'd love to see him get going. That last big pickup's going to go a long way.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Stroud going to set up the throw. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day.
And he will score. Touchdown, Browns.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
The extra point is good. And the Browns will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. This taken at the 5. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bills offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with 1st down. To the right side here, pass is caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. That one knocked away and incomplete.
And the success of this play, Mike, all comes down to the timing of the defender. You get there a little bit too early, you risk pass interference. You get there a little too late, it's a big pass completion. Timing your hand and playing through the ball is something they work on with these defenders all the time. And next time they throw the ball downfield, I wouldn't be surprised if they target somebody else.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Going up top. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. Back to throw. His throw left side is complete.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
The Browns offense going to get it one final time in this first half. They'll start out 1st down and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. He's got the hook up there on the comeback route. And mark him down up beyond the 30. Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their 2nd. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. A 2nd down throw for Stroud. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. They will indeed go as they look to throw. That's to the sideline and intercepted.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. I mean, you're not going to get away with it at this level.
And this is no good. Could not get it on target. So we are at halftime in this AFC Divisional Round matchup, as we'll send you down to Orlando now, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. One of these two teams is going to move on to the conference championship. We'll get it back to you two in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round games in the AFC. And it looks like a good one, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins matching up against the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, in our game, we've got one half remaining to find out who goes on to the AFC title game. And to bring it your way, let's hand it back over to Mike Tirico. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could
These
turn
two
out
teams
to be the
fighting
difference.
to get to that AFC Championship game next Sunday. Back to it here. The third quarter underway. Now an opening past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The home team's offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll do so with 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Neutral zone infraction, defense. Still 1st down.
So, a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Stroud. He'll go underneath here. The running back out of the backfield. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They'll send him over to the left. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. Not much. 2nd and long coming up. Stroud to throw. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Now Stroud. He's got the 1st down and more than that. He is in. Touchdown, Cleveland. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game.
That just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out in front. Let's see how this other team responds, having to play from behind.
We got a ton of time, Greg, but a little momentum feel. Come out of the locker room, take the lead. Now it's up to the other team to climb uphill. So great way, perfect way to get this second half started. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bills offense. And their running back set to go once more. They're searching here for the tying score. Down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in, and he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds. On 2nd down, they run the counter. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Now, after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. He'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end.
2nd time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a 1st down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw, and that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Up the middle they go. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Touchdown, Bills. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Is good. That ties the game at 21 apiece.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This is fielded inside the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The home team's offense and C.J. Stroud ready to get to work once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
On 2nd down, Stroud. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
It's now 2nd and 10.
This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he's into the end zone yet again. Touchdown, Browns. Saving his best for the playoffs. His 3rd touchdown of the game. Using the tight end to get to the end zone. Greg, it's your old position. You're very familiar with that. That catch and carry. What an ability for your tight end to take it to the house.
Yeah, and this was never really the strength of my game, Mike, but we're seeing so many tight ends around the league who not only are great at securing the catch and making the tough ones, but it's their ability to extend the play after the catch that's separating them, just like we saw here.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Bills offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Throw to the sideline. Well done. Good job with the feet. Stays in bounds. It looks like, and yes, they do, have the 1st down. Now they'll run. It's a counter. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Here's a 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Offense.
They'll look to throw. There's that man again. Another catch. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a first down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Throwing now from the gun. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a fourth down, fourth quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call, but great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
The home team's offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. His throw left side is complete. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Throwing on second down. Stroud. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Stroud going to set up to throw. Open man left side. He's got it.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape.
That is fielded at the 20. That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. They'll go with a counter on first down. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. Quick throw here is complete. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here is a big one. Third down and 2. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll look to throw yet again. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Bills.
They'll turn and hand this one off. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. They're going to motion the tight end over here. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the 4th quarter.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be brought down.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up 1st and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6 if we can. And now being 1st and goal is going to go a long way in allowing that to be possible.
Now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. A dive, and he's in. Touchdown, Buffalo.
All right, so Mike, now the interesting thing is, do you want to take the lead with still enough time for your opponent to get the ball back to go to try to win it? I think I'm kicking the extra point here, tie the game. I don't want my opponent in a fast 2-minute mode to try to win this game in regulation. Now I'm playing for overtime.
That will tie the game. 28-all.
Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with 1st down. They'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Here's Stroud. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. And that is incomplete.
That's a tough incompletion right there. Feels like that down was their only chance to extend this possession enough to end this game in regulation. I think the smart move here now is you have to punt this ball away. You cannot risk a 4th down failure and give your opponent a short field to get a chance to win it themselves.
The visitors' offense ready to take over possession of the football. We're all even. 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll go left side here and complete this one.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. He'll run. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. They'll run here. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Bills first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Now a timeout, Buffalo. They're second. And they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Here comes second down. They'll stick to the ground. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. And it sets up third down. The Bills going to use their final timeout here. So now, a big spot coming here. This to win the game. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second. So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. And they are moving on. They survive and advance in the playoffs. So a road win here for the Bills. They are able to do something that's not easy to do. Get a win away from home in the playoffs. For their troubles, got a date next Sunday in the conference championship game.